Hey folks, I have your latest home prices and insights for the York region for week ending October 27. Now's the time to double down. If you want to reach out to me, there's a link in the description below to my calendar. Book a time that's convenient for you and I'll be able to speak to you about whatever's on your mind related to real estate. Okay, so what do I mean about doubling down? Well, it seems I'm tripling down with this message because in my previous videos this week, I'm saying the same thing. Now's the time to double down. If you are a seller or you are a listing agent, double down. Here's what I mean. Right now, we know, if you've watched any of my videos, you know amount of properties selling at list price or more are higher. We have way more buyers than we do sellers out there. We know there's multiple offers left, right, and center on properties. The market is very tight, very much a seller's market. It is so easy to get sloppy. Look at a sports team. If they're the number one team and they're always winning, it's easy to think, maybe we don't have to practice so hard because we're so good, we're better than everybody else. That would be a mistake. And it would be a mistake if you as a seller right now get sloppy. You're still going to sell and you're still going to do pretty good, but you're not going to do great. And if you want to do great in this market, you need the best staging right now, not just okay staging. You need the best photos, not just okay photos. You need the best marketing, the best copyright as far as the description goes on the MLS and other feature sheets. You need the best copyright on social media. You need the works. Now's not the time to take it easy. Now's the time to take full advantage of what this market has to offer. That's my message. I triple down on that. That's what I'm saying all week to anybody that'll listen. Let's get into the numbers. Okay, so let me tell you what's been going on in York region for week ending October 27th. I'm going to cover condos for the whole area and then detached properties for Vaughan, Richmond Hill, and Markham. Here we go. Condos for the whole area. We sold 71 condos in York region. 4 of those were at $1 million or more. Average sold price is the highest we've seen in a long time. It's a record price. It's the highest that we have on the chart here, just over $700,000 at $703,000 for the average condo in York region. Price has been creeping up for a good part of this year. 25% is the average sold. I'm sorry, I'm getting all tongue twisted here. $703,000 is 25% higher than what it was last year at this time. Of the 71 that sold, 54% sold at list price or more. So it's not that competitive. We've got other markets that are sitting at 70%, 80%. In Durham, the detached market is 90% basically selling at list price or more. So 54% for some people is going to feel like a holiday if you've been shopping in some of the other markets. Listings are way down, and that kind of tells me that, man, you know, sales are pretty good, listings are down, the market's going to stay tight. Months of inventory is sitting at 0.7 and the average days on market is 16. Let's get into the detached properties. I have Vaughan here for detached. We sold 52 detached properties in Vaughan. Those sales over the last 3 weeks have been coming up each week. 13%, excuse me, 13% sold at list price or more. Average sold price is now sitting at $1,736,000, came down almost $100,000 from the previous week. You know, when we go week by week like this and look at the numbers, you're going to get fluctuations on a weekly basis. So you kind of step back and say, okay, what's the general? If we draw a straight line, well, looks like average sold price for the first part of the week was kind of sloping down slightly or staying the same, but over the second half of the year, average sold price has been going up in Vaughan for detached properties. The current average sold price of $1,736 is 12% higher than what it was last year at this time. Of the 52 that did sell, 79% sold at list price or more. 79, pretty close to 80. It's going to feel like almost all of them are selling at list price or more. Kind of like the weatherman. It's 20 degrees outside, feels like 29. Well, that was 79, feels like all of them. Listings have come down. It's only a little bit it's come down. I'd like to see more listings. We know there's a buyer appetite out there. Months of inventory is sitting at 0.7, and average days on market has come down to 13 days on market. Let's look at Richmond Hill. Richmond Hill, it's going crazy out there. So sales dropped quite a bit from last week. 36 detached properties were sold, but 36 is kind of in line to where we've been for most of September and October. 13 of those sold at $2 million or more. Now the average sold price is sitting at $2,014,000. So over $2 million average sold price. 13 though sold at list price or more. 13 is a third of all the sales. And when you start to get into the $3 million, $4 million, you can start to see how that 1/3 really brings up average sold price to over $2 million. Well, $2,014,000 is 27% higher than last year's average sold price. Of the 36 that sold, 67% were at list price or more. Listings have been coming down every single week now for the last 4 weeks. Months of inventory has gone up a little bit to 1.3 months of inventory. And average days on market has also gone up to 16 days on market. Let's take a look at Markham. Sales for the last 3 weeks has gone up each week. We sold 61 detached properties last week in Markham. 15 of those were at $2 million or more. And the average sold price is sitting at $1,859,000. Now Markham also, for the second half of the year, average sold price has been going up each week. We're sitting at 19% higher than last year's average sold price. Of the 61 that sold, 77% sold at list price or more. So very similar to the Vaughan region. Listings pretty steady at 66 from what it's been over the last say 5-6 weeks or so. And months of inventory is sitting at 0.5, average days on market 13. When you see the summary of months of inventory, it's very tight. You know, my wish is we see more listings out there, but it doesn't matter what I wish because the market's going to do what the market's going to do. But we know there's a buyer appetite out there. With less listings, it's not, I mean, buyers want to buy and more buyers are coming onto the market. We need more listings. Also, with this in the news, you've been listening, interest rates, they're talking about interest rates going up over the next little while. I think that's going to fuel the buyers to get in there and buy quicker. And, you know, I just see things kind of right now headed one way. We'll see. We'll see what happens. My name is Santos Cessa with RE/MAX Premier. If I could be of any service, please reach out.